Hi, Marie. Welcome. Master Arts. Hello. We have dirt on the table well, it's still morning. Hi, Deidre. Good morning. We're serving up some dirt today. Oh, look here. We have dirt perfect. Hey, welcome. Oh, you're home? Are you doing better, Marie? Well, dirt perfect. You came to the right place. I'm doing my second experiment of planting my potato in a bucket. Hi, Brenda. I'm doing good. Baby face? Good. So some of you that are not avid gardeners, I mean like farmstead gardeners, probably can't hack the dirt on the table, but it's a normal thing for me. Coffee tables, any table. Melinda Damon broadcast. Hi, and welcome to you all. Fevers and Sissy, good morning. Oh, Brenda, I see you're here. Marie is not feeling good. I would ask her to help, but I need help welcoming people when they come in because I'm going to be doing my potato presentation, and I can't see. Farmall Fanatic, hello and welcome. And Libra Star, oh my goodness, welcome to you all. There you go. Thank you, Brenda. Marie, I just don't want to, I know you've been ill, so, but if you would like to, you can. So I'm going to be needing my mods. There you go. And so I think that I will start it now. And I'm waiting for a retired to come in, and I'm going to put her on panel. So retired and prepping, if you're out there, I'd like to invite you up. Tropical Fish Craze, hello and good morning. Des Bader, hello, hello. It's so good to see you all in here. And there's Brandy. Yes, this will be awesome. Now, I've done this before, but I didn't really, I didn't make very good records. And I know I did it in the winter when I was bored. And I did get 36 of the most lovely potatoes you ever saw in your life. So now, after I do my bucket, I'll give you a few hints on if you're growing potatoes out in the garden, which we do that also. I think we we usually yield about 1,000 pounds of potatoes. And, you know, you have your early, medium, and late varieties. So, now all I can tell you is how I do it. I don't know the good way, proper way. It's just my way. So, I use coffee filters because something else I learned. I don't know if you can see the holes in the bucket. Yeah, you can. They get filled up, stopped up. So, and also, if you don't have a real nice lip on the bottom, and you put it on concrete, or on the dirt or whatever, it fills up. You know, the water can't drain, in other words. So I usually have the hubby, see the ones on the side? About 1 inch up. 2 of them, right? Yeah, you can see them right here. That ensures that you get drainage, and y'all know what happens if you don't get drainage. Tessie. Hello, darling. You slipped in on me. So did you, Melinda, didn't you? Purple Gang, you're all in here. Goodness. Welcome, welcome. So anyway, of course you want to use a food grade bucket. And I like peanuts. These, you know, you could even use real peanut shells. But, you know, if you use the coffee filters, some people don't like to put anything, but 2 reasons that I put stuff in the bottom. One is it kind of helps the roots, I think, not sit in as much water because the roots will not grow down into it as much. But also, you get to save on potting soil. In this instance, you don't care about that, but there are some planters or plantings when you do care, like the ones that grow closer to the top. You don't need. Okay, so I got the ones in the bottom covered. And as you see, why use a shovel when you have your hands, right? I just put whatever. I just happen to have these. You can use, you know, various things. And here's my little puny potato. And it doesn't look like much. And that's why I like to do experiments. You need 2 or 3 eyes. And I'm only going to plant 1. And you want your best. You want your best eyes. So you rub the rest off. All right. So what you want is about 4 inches of soil to start with. And of course, you know, your potatoes will grow upwards. Yeah. Okay. That's enough of that nasty soil. Now I got some good soil that I have already put some organic fertilizer and some compost. And I make a potting soil mixture, and I'll probably post it sometime soon. Okay, so when I get 4 inches on the bottom, I'm going to plant no dust in this house. Shoo. That's good enough. Okay, I'm just going to set her in there. And cover it up with 4 inches. So that's easy enough, isn't it? Water it in real good. Okay. Now, okay. So, see how much. Now, as that grows, when the plant grows up 4 inches, you're going to cover them up again. And just leave the very tops showing. Now, potatoes like a acid soil, somewhere around 5. However, I can sure tell you. Well, there's John. Hi, John. How are you? I can tell you. Hi, Mike. My family garden. I can tell you that potatoes will grow anywhere. Okay? Now, I'm telling you, I know what they like. What they like and what they get a lot of times on the farm is 2 different things. I try to accommodate them. And like I said, I like to grow a different variety of them so that I have some coming in now, some later. And like I said, we usually yield about 1,000 pounds here. And you want your ground soil temperature to be between 45 and 55. They love the cold weather. And they're very easy to grow. So you just don't, be careful if you have spring flooding. They will rot in the ground. I know there's a little bit of friendly competition in our neighborhood about who can get their potatoes in the earliest. I never win because I know it floods. And also, you like with this bucket, when I water it in, I might leave it in the house a few days because they like to grow in 45 to 55 degrees. But when they first get started, I think they like a little bit of warmth. And I have a back, I don't know what you call it, Florida room that's heated. And so once it starts coming up, I think I'll put it out there. So basically, I think that's all it. Does anyone have any questions about growing potatoes? I know it'll take about 2 or 3 weeks for them to start showing their first leaves. And if you do have a question, please put it in caps so I can see it. Infinite Moi, yeah, it's good to see you. So, oh, Tessie's canning today. Hi, Bobby. Welcome. Good to see you. How do you grow tinned potatoes? Well, I never heard of those. Oh, I do know. Okay, when you're growing them, they take like about 4 months, 3 to 4 months, depending on the variety. I'm gonna get a little closer. Hi, Rosanna. And I think you can start digging for the new potatoes at about 2.5 months. And then you wait for them to flower. And when the potatoes start flowering, all varieties do not flower though. So anyway, they'll start dying back, and that's when you can dig them. Now this one was what was this one? I forgot. I grow so many different varieties, and I try to grow a brand new variety. Hi, Walker family. Anyway, you guys do know whether you grow potatoes or buy them, never store them in the sun. You know that green part that you see on potatoes or potato chips? It's toxic. So, and when you dig your potatoes, I know you have to like harden them off. But, honey, do you remember what kind of potato that was?
Was it a red one?
No.
Mutango?
I bet that's what it was. I think they were Yukon Gold potatoes because.
Oh, that you planted?
No, that I just now planted.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He was out cutting a tree down, so he don't know. So anyway, when you're drying your potatoes, after digging them, they do have to dry, but please don't dry them in the sun. That's so that when you go to store them, and even if you're going to eat them fairly soon, you still have to dry them. You don't want them rotting. But now you can eat a potato at any time it's ready. I mean, without, you don't have to worry about, drying them or seasoning them or whatever. Yeah, so anyway, my daughter claims I have butter in my soil when I give her a lot of the Yukon Golds. So make sure you cut that green part off if you see any. I think that chemical is called solanine. I mean, it won't kill you today, but it is toxic. Yeah, potatoes are excellent raw. Oh, and fresh potatoes, before they do harden off, they are so sweet. They really are. They're very good boiled. A little butter and parsley on them. Mmm. Carter's Eats. Hi. So, anyway, my old-timer competition buddy here insists that you can put them in the ground here in southern Kentucky on St. Patrick's Day. But I usually wait till April till it kind of dries up a little bit. But so I'm hoping that this will yield at least what I yielded a few years ago when I don't know if it was last year or 2 years, but I got like 36 huge, beautiful potatoes. And then a couple of little round, about the size of a golf ball. Great Meals Barbecue. Glad to see you in here. Kasumi, welcome. Did I say hi to you, emergency vehicles? Yeah, and John says to always wash the starch out of the potatoes. This will stop them breaking up. So, oh, honey, baby face, the peels, a lot of people eat the peels. And I especially like my peels because I know there's no chemicals on my potatoes. Now, they put something on store-bought potatoes. They put something, some kind of compound on them to try to retard the sprouting. But should you get a potato that is sprouting, you could go ahead and plant it. Now, how I do them, if I'm planting them out in the garden, is I cut them up. I cut the eyes up and then let them set a couple of days till they kind of harden up. Yes, it is. Tessie brings up a good point. It's good not to plant your potatoes and tomatoes near each other. No, I don't eat the greens from the plants. No. In fact, the greens die down when your potatoes are ready. That's how you can tell your potatoes are ready. How big is my garden? Geez, let's see. I'm not good with figures, but I know my rows are like 65 feet wide or long or wide. And then I usually plant at least 36 inches apart, sometimes more. And I usually put out over 100 rows. So unless I want to grow like a big crop of corn, or a lot of times I want a big watermelon patch. And then I usually put that on the end. And the reason I put mine wide is because we farm the old-fashioned way, with the rows and hoeing, and we have several rototillers. We have one that goes behind the riding lawnmower, and it has a motor on it. And then we have, of course, the push kind. And of course, he plows it and discs. Yeah, Rosanna, I can freeze, dehydrate, give away. My neighbors love me. They always know when they have a bunch of bags on their porch. I do a drive-by drop-off. They know. And then, of course, I give to my kids. Oh, now, Infinite Moi, I do container gardens up here on the hill. I live on a hill. And on top of, not quite on top of a mountain, but you know how it's about halfway up a mountain. But Sugar Creek Homestead, welcome. What was I saying now? Yeah, I have container gardens because the soil, this was scraped off, to build a house. And, once you do that, you're right for life. I mean, you could fix it, but yeah, well, Brenda, yeah, you would enjoy that. You'd never do without any kind of vegetables, and they would be organic. So I'm trying to get caught up on my chores, and that was one that's been bugging me because I like to do experiments, and I love to take January off from the responsibilities of gardening. You get sick of it after the long season. And then come February 1st, you start getting itchy hands again. Northwest open season, hello. Now, John or anybody, Tessie, whoever does these things, I want you to help me. I'm going to make my vanilla extract. It's first I'm going to wash my hands. Be right back. Now, my first question, whoever wants to help me, I don't think you're supposed to bend the vanilla beans. So I've got this container and this one. This was too short and that one's too tall. Which would you go with? Oh, I'm going with the small one. Because I sure didn't get many for what this costed me. Well, Mike. So Mike says, leave a comment in his channel. On his channel, he'll do the same. Oh, Tessie, you do the tall ones? Okay. But look, now I am going to get some more. See? These, you're not supposed to bend them, I don't think. No, I guess. I thought there was more in here, Tessie. But I know you have to. Yeah, you know what? Since I'm buying more, Tess, I think they'll be much too scrunched up. You're right. Thank you. Even though I don't have many. And I think you have to split them a little bit. So. I know these are expensive little buggers. But I guess once you get this started, I think you have them for forever. You just keep adding, topping it up, and okay. All right. So I'm going to leave them bent over though, and I'll tell you why. Because if I'm going to get more, there'll be less alcohol I have to put in here, and then it won't run over. I don't know. Everything I do seems like anymore is an experiment. So the thing is, you do it anyway and live with your mistakes, right? There. Perfect. All right. Be right back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Of course, y'all know that I'll probably have to buy 3 or 4 more packages. But once I get them started, as you can always top it off. If you get desperate, you can always take a nip. By the way, I used 80 proof vodka of the very best vodka I could buy. Because I like mine vanilla flavoring. So that just needs to sit with all the other stuff I got going with the kraut and stuff. Just Living with George and Moon. Welcome. Sorry I missed you. I was pouring the vodka into my vanilla beans. Davida, glad you could come in. Welcome. Well, thank you, Tessie. Infinite Moi makes her own sauerkraut too. Yep. There you go. Well, I'm glad you came in. Just Living with George and Woon. And my moderators, thank you for welcoming everybody, because I just can't do that and keep track of the chat and do what I'm doing. And oh, I have another experiment. Popcorn. It was a total failure. I grew popcorn one time, and it was absolutely lovely. I grew this batch and a lot of it. I never could get it to pop. And I know they have to have certain moisture content. They have to be dry. I know that. I dried them, checked them at each level of dryness. And I could never get them to pop. So now I am going to see if any of these, great, that was a good job, Glenda. That was really good. Story of my life. Those just went flying. I'm going to see if any of these are viable to replant, because they never would pop. So I didn't know my own strength, right? That's the reason that happened. I'm just too strong. So I'm going to take just a second. I know I'll have to keep a watch on this. So okay. We shall see. I would love to be able to replant them, because they sure wouldn't very enjoyable as popped corn. So okay, there's 3 experiments for us today. And as for when I take my Christmas tablecloth off? I don't have a clue. Maybe before Valentine's Day. Yeah, I wanted to use my cute little jar, but with the spring on it. But that's okay. They'll come in. Isn't that cute? I'll be able to use it again for something else. Oh, by the way, I know Ridge Runner and Dreamweaver will be watching this sooner or later. So, cheers. That is my beet juice and beets, apple, carrots that my husband makes me. Well, that's Mike. That's how I feel. If I leave it on here, I'll just be early for next Christmas. No big deal. That's right. Thank you. Here's a nice little lesson on don't do what Glenda does. I make my own herb spice mix. And a lot of times when I have leftover, I'll throw them in a jar. Just throw them mixed. Well, this is one huge mistake. I absolutely love, oh my goodness. That is so lovely. I don't know what I did put in it. I'm horrified. It says mixed herbs, and that would be fine and dandy, except that it's so exceptionally lovely, and I don't have a clue what I put in there. Oh, don't do as Glenda does. I'm glad to see you all talking within the community. So good. That leaves me. I don't have to pay attention. You guys self-regulating it is take care of yourself, which is good. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have a little time. I have to leave in about an hour. So I have appointments Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which leaves me Tuesdays and Thursdays to do any YouTubing. So Mike, when you get ready to come to dinner, I got your spoon all ready. Right here. We'll let you sit right here. I have a matching fork out there. I'll get. Thank you, Tessie. I accept all prayers. I could get one of those spoons with a hole in it, with a bunch of holes in it. Yeah, Mike would like that one too. Dirt on the table does not bother me. So, what do you guys got? If you said it in your prayers, if you said it, sorry, I had 3 sentences going on at one time. If you said it in the chat, if you have any questions, I probably missed it. So if you want to, Mike, I want to make sure, that you always get offered the very best so that you feel special. Deer Park, I have to have my peppers. Of course, my tomatoes, because I really, the only tomatoes that I'll eat in the winter is tomatoes out of a glass jar. But I like my peppers, and I like so many different varieties. Too many. Oh, Mike, that's easy. Darn it. I got it handy here. It's just got a little dirt on it. Right here. I just clean it out for you. I mean, you ain't that fussy, are you? I just, wipe it out a little bit. Come to dinner, Mike. You like it? You think it's sweet? Only the best, by golly, for my friends. I'm just the hostess with the mostest. Tessie, I'm jealous of your chickens. I'd love to have them, but where I live, it is so, I live off right near the Daniel Boone Forest, and it's so wild here that they would attract every wild animal, around, so I have to buy my eggs. Of course, in the summer, I can get them from, farm markets, so. Noelle, I don't know, did I properly greet you? How'd I miss you? How long have you been in here? There you go, Mike. She'll share that. Yeah. He will. It's a he. But sure, you're welcome. And we always use nice filtered Berkey water. So, see? Well, actually, Mike, I hate to say this, but these plates are what my dogs eat off of. They're specially put aside for my dogs. See? Oh, you're having lag? Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that the last 3 or 4 days. Not on my channel, but watching y'all's channels. But now that's what the dogs eat off of. But now I'm pretty sure he'll share his water. Yeah, you should feel special. You're a special kind of guy. It is. Tessie, it is 52 at 11:21 a.m. Yeah, that's kind of got me a little bit spring fevery. Well, baby face, you want to share what the subject is? Mm-hmm. It's been really warm here. I got the door open right now. Well, Mike, I just got to ask one quick question. Wouldn't you treat me equally as well if hubby and I came to your door? Wouldn't you treat us just as well as we would treat you? Oh my God, Rosanna, 21 there? Snowed, huh? 30 degrees and snowed. Mm, glad you're back, Marie. Babyface, what is your first language? You treat us well, but you don't really have a dog house guest house that would be fitting. Yeah, that'd be kind of hard for your special friends. See, see, Mike, look at what dear Brenda wrote. I would treat you better than on here if you came to my house. I would give you a big hug. See, Mike, how people love me. I would love to show up on your doorstep, Brenda. I'd give you a big hug. But I know when you want me to come, you want me to come harvest time with a truckload of stuff. And I would love to do that for you, Brenda. Yeah, you would need that coat on because you don't know what I'd have in my hands that I might accidentally cut you with, right, Mike? That's extraordinary, babyface. When you can speak 2 languages equally as well. Yeah, how you doing, Tim? You doing all right? I know you do, Brenda. Brenda, do you grow anything like out on the patio or anything in your flower bed? When I lived in a subdivision, of course, I always had at least a double lot. But a lot of times I love to mix in a tomato plant in with my flowers. I love to grow a lot of flowers too. Miss Sweets. Bobby, what you been up to? And Tim's working today. Well, hello, Mrs. Green Thumb. How are you? Yeah, I always stuck a few tomatoes or onions or whatever in my flower beds. We can always hope, Miss Sweets, that someday something will survive. Oh, Tim, you're putting up steel for a building. Now, hubby's been bugging me. He wants to know, he wants to build a building, but because I'm so fussy with the yard, he wants to know where I want him to put it. And I can't make up my mind. Be right back. Mrs. Green Thumb, did you see Mike's plate? I'm gonna say he's gonna come visit. I got his plate and a spoon all ready for him. I'll wipe it out. Don't worry. No worries. And you came late. Of course, I know you can go back and look at it, but do you see my feeble attempt at vanilla extract, vanilla flavoring? I have to order at least 3 more packs to fill that. That's okay, though. I'll have nice. I think people that do that keep it for a lifetime. I might have even done it in the past and forgot. I don't know. Yeah, those are organic beans, the vanilla bean, and the finest vodka I could get. Of course, all is not lost if I don't get good extract, because, you know, the vodka will always be good. And like I say, I don't drink per se. However, once a year, I do like a Bloody Mary. So I don't know. I guess I'm not a drinker, but I'm not a teetotaler either. And I don't drink, but I don't care if you do. Yes, it is good with OJ. But I actually crave those Bloody Marys. But I mean, it has to have everything in it. Amber. Hello, Amber. Good to see you. Babyface, what grade are you in? Carter's Eats. JM Orita, welcome. You're feeling better, Amber? I sure hope you are. Precious, welcome. I'm glad you caught my live too. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. You know what? I'm going to move my laptop. Because remember that one time I was on live and it died without a warning? And I think it was like an hour. So I'm going to move it. Break it while I'm at it too. Yeah. I don't like that. Hang on a minute while I move y'all around a little bit. Hope I don't make you dizzy, drunk, whatever. I'm going to do it a different way. When you don't have a designated area, like a desk or something, it makes it a little harder. Uh-huh. Very good. I'll just sit over this way a little bit. Yeah, I have a fairly good sized kitchen, Tessie, but it's still too small. I don't think they make a kitchen big enough for me. Mike knows me much too much. He's right. You're right, Mike, I would. But Tessie, your kitchen's small, but it's laid out kind of nice. And it's very workable. So, Bobby, did you see my popcorn? My poor, pitiful popcorn that I never could get. I grew a bunch of it. Like I said, the first batch was perfect. It popped. It was wonderful. And I grew it. I grew them again a couple of years later. And I kept drying it, and drying it. It never would pop. So it's about, this is about 3-4 years old. Do you think there's any hope of it being viable for seed? It won't pop, Mrs. Green Thumb. Oh, you're thinking it might pop now? No, I was wondering if it's viable enough to plant. But yeah, you know what? Maybe I should check it to see if it'll pop now. I did everything to this trying to get it to pop. Well, if it's still good, I have a ton of it. Hey, dangerous criminals, how are you? And congratulations. Everyone congratulate Dangerous. She got her 1,000 subscribers a couple of days ago. Hi, Maurice. How are you? Well, I could, Tessie, I could probably dry it up in cornmeal, but I grow my hickory king for that, and I got a big bunch of it. So, and I don't know that I like this, and I know I like my hickory king, but that is a thought, isn't it? I know Mike said that that he once ground it up. I think, didn't you say it was all right? You liked it crushed up for cornmeal, all right? Did it ever pop for you? So Dangerous, for her celebration of 1,000 subscribers, she ate sardines and peanut butter, and she despises both of them. I didn't want to tell you this, Dangerous, but if I'd been there, I'd have ate them for you. I'm not particularly fond of sardines, but I could eat them. And I love peanut butter, so I'd have helped you out. Hi, Baba. How are you? Thanks for stopping in, Amber. I love cornbread, Tim. Oh, so you had too much. Yeah, that's okay. Hi, Mark. Mark E.T. Good to see you. I like how you're putting those channels up and doing and investigating them. So, Mike, I don't just torment you. I'm pretty mean to dangerous too. Somebody asked, "What if they didn't pass her investigation?" She investigates. What's it called? Criminal investigation. Uh, she just analyzes your channel to see uh, if you might need to improve it a little bit on certain areas, like your banners and all that. Bye, Brenda. And I'm so glad you got to come today. You're always welcome, and you're always so, so sweet. And Brenda has a gorgeous, beautiful channel. The sweetest person you'd ever want to meet, I'm telling you. Anyway, somebody asked Dangerous, somebody asked the chat, what happens if you don't pass the interrogation? And I told them that Dangerous puts handcuffs on you. And all the guys says, I hope I don't pass. So you can always put me in the naughty closet, Dangerous, if I get very bad. Because you do have a set of them hanging up, don't you, Dangerous? So I said, well, she just gets them and puts them on the people that don't pass. I thought so. Well, thank you, Bobby. I'm glad to see you. So Bubba's happy. You can put me in the corner, Dangerous. Backyard gardening, welcome. Good to see you. Goodbye, backyard gardening. You have a beautiful day also. Well, there's Oswald. Well, good morning. Oh, I'm gonna have to leave in about 10 minutes. I mean, I'm gonna have to shut down in about 10 minutes. I have some appointments today, Wednesday and Friday. So I probably won't be around too much on those days, but I have Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I know most of you I run into all the time anyway. Yes, it is great to see you, Oswald. What happened to baby face? Hi, Crystal Fix. How are you? Thank you, Mike. And I'll see you later. Thank you for your prayers. You have a great day. Okay. You have to go lay down, honey? You go ahead. Marie's still not feeling well. Okay, you guys, you say your goodbyes, and I gotta get. It's an hour into town. My nature, my life, my passion. Welcome to my channel. I'm sorry I didn't see you coming in. I had something I had to check out. Thank you, Fevers and Sissy. Yeah, I have a 2 o'clock appointment, so it takes me an hour to get there and probably an hour to get to my car. Well, I'm sure glad you got to stop in, even if it's my nature, my life, my passion, even if it's for just a little while. Thank you all for stopping in. Oh, your nurse is there? Okay, Maurice. I'm glad you came in, Mrs. Greenthumb. Yeah, take care, Maurice. Okay, have you all said your goodbyes for now? Of course, you know, I'm never too far away from any of you. Bobby, thanks for coming in. Yeah, you have a great day too, okay? Goodbye, great meals, tropical fish craze, life with Linda. Thank you again, mods, because, you know, if I turn my back, I can't. If I'm doing anything, I'm not really good at watching the stream. You're welcome, Noel. Yeah, it's amazing how many I got out there. The last time I did it, I'm pretty sure I got 36 plus. You know, you always get those little marble, golf ball size potatoes. MT Cold Forge. Sometime today or tomorrow, I'll be by your place. Panther Gaming. Thank you, Panther Gaming. Yes, I did hit my 1K. Thank you, Noel. I was really glad. I'm really glad you stopped in, Noel. Infotech. Hello. Bye, Noel. Bye, Rosanna. And Infotech, I think you just came in, didn't you? Oh, and I have to leave. I have an appointment, and it takes me maybe an hour to get there, so. And I probably should eat a bite before I leave. Yeah. Yes, I know. Isn't it great, dangerous? Good night, all my loves. Or good afternoon. I'm so used to doing this at night. Yeah, good afternoon, my loves. Y'all go out and have a great day. Bye now. Hey, dreamer. Um, what happened to you, honey? Uh, it's your old account. Your other does not working. Um, uh, did something happen, sweetheart? I saw you were you timed out or uh, deleted? Anyway, thanks for coming back, and I'll straighten that out. You to where your baby face will be good here, okay? Love you, dreamer, baby face. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. No matter what I say, it's probably correct. Whether I say, have a good afternoon, have a good night, have a good morning, it's all correct. It's all where you're at, right? Well, again, again, I'm going to get off of here.